Hello everybody, it's Harbinger. This is Wingspan on Steam. We're playing the Asia expansion, and this is our opening hand. So there are two Asia birds here, so let's take a little bit of a look on that. The blue rock thrush is a bird that if we don't have any birds to the left of it or to the right of it in the tray, we can move it to another player's player mat, and if we do that we get to draw 3 cards. So it's like a migratory bird, but it actually migrates to another player's board, which is a decently interesting mechanic. It's a 0-pointer, so you don't really stress too much about giving it to the opponent, but yeah, you do it so you can get the three cards. The bad thing about that is, of course, that if the opponent sends it back to you, they are getting the 3 cards as well, so it's not a resource advantage bird. Red wattled lapwing, discard any number of cards from the tray, then refill it if at least one of the discarded birds is a predator. Lay an egg on this bird. This is a very conditional gain eggs in the wetlands. I don't really know if it's good or not, but I guess 1 time is the first for anything, and we probably can get away with trying him out here today. Let's also look at these here, birds with completely full nests and winter feeder. Okay, this one emphasizes us to build a big forest so we can have surplus food left in our supply, and this one relies on us having lots of birds with full nests. So we want to build a big grasslands. I think this is easier than this to achieve. Then doing this is better for our total score, since eggs are also worth additional points, while food left in supply are not worth additional points, and they're actually underutilized resources. So I'm gonna go with avian longbird over here, and that's the bonus card. I think we're gonna go with the red wattled lapwing and possibly the osprey here. Osprey isn't working for any of the bonus cards available, but I do think that if we just put down something cheap that we can have in the wetlands early, we can put this guy in the grasslands instead, because we're gonna need a big grasslands for the nesting thing here. And what's in the tray? American Bridgecard, Goldcrest, and Bobolink. I don't hate the Goldcrest, but it needs a lot of support to work, and we don't really have that just yet. So let's just take a grain here and hope that we can utilize that for something down the road. Play the osprey for the fish we brought with us here, and then we're just gonna have to go and look for some better cards. Opponent clears out the tray for us and gives us a nectar. Let's just say thank you for that, and look at what popped up here. Okay, so a golden pheasant is interesting here. It basically allows us to lay 4 eggs without activating the grasslands. That's actually a really strong ability. And I think picking that up is going to be pretty good for us. And I also think that we should consider picking up the Eastern Screeched Owl. It's not a really good bird, but it's very cheap, gets us access to getting more food from the forest. And this is a really good tempo bird that helps us, that allows us to play future birds without stressing too much about it. And since this can eat the fish from the osprey, we are getting free food for it as well while picking it up. And I think having this tempo helps us to maybe get 3 birds in a row pretty early here. So let's pick up these, take a fish, and see what's going on here. Graceful Perinia, I don't think this is something we care about. Discard egg if you do gain worm from the supply. This is just a very specific and bad raven, I think. This is like the American crow, but even worse because you can only get a worm. it costs more to play. Yeah, it's just the worst card. Cute bird though, so nothing in the way of that. And looking at what we have here, we have golden pheasant. We are considering to play the red wattle lapwing. We can also pick up a plains wanderer and a bobolink here, and we are actually closing in on a decent possibility that we can get so much tempo here that we might not need to lay eggs until late in round 2. That is decently interesting to me. So yeah, let's pick up both of these guys as well. Idea being that we can play out this guy as the second bird here. Take that. We play out this guy as the first thing here. Then we can play out like the red wattle lapwing. We still have 3 eggs, so we can play out the plains wanderer. Then we have 1, 2, 3 birds that get eggs of the bobolink. We can play the bobolink to get even more eggs, and then we are up here really, really fast. Yeah, I like that. So, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 food. That is enough to play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5 of the birds we currently have. Opponent also might give us stuff from the river float to the hummingbird, so maybe we can play 4 birds here. That's gonna be pretty darn good. Let's try to make that happen. We start with you. I'm gonna pay for you with the 2 fish, and I guess the rodent is the least useful of
golden pheasant. The mythological phoenix is sometimes depicted as a golden pheasant.
Oh, I think this might be what Ho-Ho is modeled after. Yeah, let's make this happen now. Let's just put eggs on here and here, making sure we have room for at least 1 egg of different accessible nest types for us, in case the opponent has birds that give eggs to specific nest types. I don't really know if osprey actually fits for that, but time will show. Okay, then we do the red wattled lapwing over here for these foods. Yes, and an egg. And then we can do Plains Wanderer. Drawing 3 bonus cards with the Plains Wanderer is perfectly okay. We don't get the 5, but we can only keep 1 anyway. So unless like you have the bird that fetches discarded bonus cards, you don't really care about overdrawing because it's not that necessary. Let's play out the Eastern Screech Owl for now though. We can play it out, then we can get back some more food, then we can play the Plains Wanderer and still have 3 birds in a row for the first round and goal here. And that's gonna feel pretty darn strong, I think. Take the worm and an nectar, yes, and thank you. And do a reroll, not this time. Yeah, the Eastern Screech Owl is not the best of birds to give us additional points, but it's here. It doesn't need that many eggs to help us with the bonus card here, which is a very minor boon. But it is what it is. Play out this guy here, eat egg, and look at some more bonus cards. Okay, so Mechanical Engineer usually is a really good bonus card. We are on it for the enclosure nests, and we have we basically lack a single bowl nest to get 3 points, and then we need 3 more specific birds for the 8. Is that going to be easier to us to get than to just get 3 more omnivores? or do you want breeding manager? I don't think we ever want breeding manager here. We have one bird that fits it, but we do. It just does kind of synergy with the Therion, the three dentologists thing over here. But it's also a non-bow because this guy wants us to have smaller egg capacities so we can easier fill them up, while this guy wants to have specifically 4 eggs. Yeah. I think since we are getting so much fish from the osprey, we might want to prioritize omnivore birds, so that is what makes omnivore stand out as the better card here for me. But mechanical engineer is usually the best, usually a very good bonus card to work towards, so I wouldn't foil anybody for choosing different there. Okay, what are we looking at here? Black-throated diver, or it helps us look at a lot more bonus cards, and that is something I am very much happy about. However, we can get the value of the red-metalled lapwing right now if we sack the barred owl. But we can also do that later. This is also a good card for avian I can read what it says here, but I can't. Yeah, that word doesn't make sense to me, so I can't pronounce it. Canisbac's always also omnivore bird. Happy about picking that guy up, and let's take a fish because the black-throated diver needs fish to work. And we get another fish. Okay, that means we can play out you immediately, but then the question is, should we do it immediately? We can also wait for to play. We can play bobbling first, that way we don't have to lay eggs as soon. But if we play the bobbling after play out the black-throated diver, we also get a little bit more egg value. I like the egg value. And I also like the value of sacking the owl with the lapwing, just to see how I feel that works. Yeah. It doesn't feel that powerful to just lay 2 eggs though. Or 3. I guess it's still early. It just feels like it's a little bit later in the game since we had so much tempo with the pheasant here. Okay, tray will be refilled, predator selected, stuff destroyed, lay egg, and what got out here? Warbler, green bee-eater. If there is at least one bird on tray that has a worm in its food cast, tuck one of them behind this bird. Okay, let's pick up that guy as well, I think. Because he's a star nest, works well with us playing Bobolink. We can activate him over here, and yeah, doesn't need that much stuff. And he's Asia, so we need to play around with them. We should probably play out the diver first, though. So let's do that. And if he's gone, he's gone. I'm really glad he's not gone. Oh yeah, I was kind of regretting not picking him up because he looks pretty cute here. But yeah, let's pick up that guy. I don't think picking up and playing out the warbler is going to be good for us, so I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm gonna regret everything and pick up a Rufus bonded honey eater instead. Okay, pick up and look at stuff here. Is it too late to play a red-ringed blackbird here? We kind of have the plan to play bee-eater and bobolink over here. So the habitat here is full. I don't think we're gonna activate the wetlands enough times for it to be worth to play a 2-pointer that steals resources and gives us resources we already are going to have a plan to get a lot of. So I don't think that this guy is going to be the correct guy for us. I want this guy to be on the opponent's team so he can give us resources. So I guess we still take him, but we don't plan to actually use him. That's the conclusion here. The other guys can give points of the bee eaters, so we don't want to sack them. Okay, we need some food, or I guess we could play the red winged here instead of the bee eater. We can play the bee eater over here. But we don't have enough cards for that to actually work. Yeah, we want to play bee eater into bobbling so we can get some more tempo eggs out before the round end goal, which means we need. I don't think we can get enough. I don't think we can get enough correct food in just a single turn here. We can try though. So we get these foods from ourselves, then we can get one free food from the opponent, we play the bee eater, and then we can get another free food from the opponent, and that's how we play both of them. Okay, that didn't happen. Then we need to decide, are we going to force playing Bobolink before bee eater, or are we waiting? Opponent can't beat us, so we have plenty of time. Let's just play out this guy, and his job is to
Green bee eater. These insectivores often roost in large groups.
I remembered to listen to the audio clue this time. So proud of myself. Okay, so now we need to lay eggs back, I think, because we are tied, and I don't want to not get that going. Don't fill up these guys, because Bobolink needs to lay eggs in them. Fill up that guy though, and that guy can get some free eggs. Eat one of these guys. Let's eat the painted white starch. And neither of these works, but let's just re-roll the Mountain Bluebird. So many rodents in the bird feeder. Oh, the opponent picked up stuff, but not the spot the sandpiper that I wanted him to do. Ay. Okay, we take grains here because it's round end and nectars get removed over the round end. I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. We specifically laid eggs so we could win this round and goal. Okay, you guys, when you did that, you would of course not do that stupid mistake. So you would have 6 points, no, 3 points more on the opponents than what I have. That's so unnecessarily stupid. I like talked about it 5 seconds earlier. I'm not impressed by myself, and I hope you are not either. Anyway, we need to, if we play out both the canvas back and the bobolink, we are tying the opponent for where we are now. Let's look at these guys. Oriental Bay Owl activate when we activated powers of all of your other predators. We don't really have that many of them, so they aren't really that fun. But I guess Lapwing care about activating this guy, so we can think about that. Satyr Tragopon. Give 1 card from your hand to the other player. If you do, lay 2 cards on this bird. So that's probably an okay ability. The problem with this bird is that it needs to be in the forest, which is where you are least likely to get access to draw cards. I think it's just one bird that draws cards in the forests outside of Asia. Probably somebody in Asia does. So it's really hard to gain the resource you're spending. Also, you can only activate it once in a row, and then you have all of your egg capacity full. So you can't activate it several times in a row, which means it doesn't fit in an engine. So it's utility, but it's really relying on you getting all the resources you need from the forest that turn, or else you're just going to waste activations on its side. I don't think I like this. It's double power for the food costing of birds, but I don't think that's good enough to keep. Let's play out the canvas back though. It is going to be really happy with the fish it gets to eat. And then we can go down here, draw some cards, and then we can go ahead and play out the bobolink later. And also playing out the canvas back before we play out this guy means we're getting one more egg of that interaction. Okay, Twite. That's a decently utility bird. It's a little bit late to play it now, so I don't think we're gonna play it. Great Indian Bustard. Okay, now we need to actually do some thinking. This is a really busted card if you get it to work. We can, when you're playing it, we are gonna get 6 points of the experts. So we can guaranteed get 12 points in that play. Then we need to consider: are we gonna play Bobolink or are we gonna play the Great Indian Bustard? They both compete for the final grasslands thing. The Brown Shriek not gonna see play. Okay, Greater Adjutant. Copy one bonus card of the next player as if it is were your own. It's hard to say if it's good or not for us, but it's at least omnivore tags, which is okay, so that's at least a thing. Gonna take that. Pukeko is also okay since it lays eggs, but I think it's a little bit hard to say that this is going to be worth more than this guy. They need the same amount of food, but this guy is already worth 2 more points since it hits the Omnivore Expert. It also makes the Great Indian Buster be worth even more. So yeah, there are some things to actually consider here. I think it's going to be hard to make this guy be better. Yeah, if you play this guy, then the Bustard is worth 8 points of the Omnivore. And what do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Yeah, so playing this guy is worse than playing this guy after playing this guy. He will help us to fill out birds' nests, which might be worth something. And maybe it's irrelevant. I think we have to go for the Bustard. The Bustard is just such a busted play. It's an Asia bird, Bobolink, we have seen you before. And that's the final decision, I think. Yeah. Okay. I'd love to have access to better food though, because we have really bad food production this game. No, we're not discarding. I was trying to re-roll, but we can't re-roll because there's too much food left. Okay. Zip. Okay, this is nice. This nectar will help us play the Greater Adjutant in a way that gives us nectar into the wetlands, and that's important because that's 2 more points. Play that, don't pay for it with grains, because we plan to use that grains later. But pay for it like this. Eat eggs out of these nests because we want to have the other nests be
Greater Adjutant. Widespread wetland loss led this bird to go from being one of the most common storks to the rarest.
Because we want to keep eggs around in these nests, so we can easier fill the avian theodologist. Yeah, you guys can read, I can't. Okay, how are we doing here? Yeah, we are doing utterly really bad compared to the opponent. We can't catch them. That's fine, but we can play this Great Indian Bustard. And that should be able to score 8 additional points of Omnivore Expert over here. And after that, it's just the name of the game is just to fill out as many birds with eggs as we can. Yes, let's take 8 points rather than 0. Because I'm min-maxing that every now and then. And then we just go down here, right? 1, 2, 3 birds. We are eating you, yes. Neither of these counts for this, but let's just roll them anyway, so we can get access to more bee-eater birds. Desert weather wheat ear, can't look at that anymore. Okay, take a nectar in case we can play something cool down the line. Which I guess the coolest thing we can play is red wing. Yeah, we are not gonna play anything. We should probably have taken food for. We should have taken food for the personal supply part here. So we should have taken any food that doesn't waste at the end of turn. We don't care to play either of these. So yeah, we should have done that. I didn't. That's wrong. And I will hear from your lawyers. I'm sure about it. Okay, reset them. Yeah, I want the trade to be refilled so we can have access to those kinds of bird next turns. Yes, yes. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 eggs again, and you are eating worms, so do that, and you are a predator, so you will get an egg. And we need one more bird to have a full nest to get the maximum out of that, and we will reach that. So that is nice and dandy. Let's fill out the golden pheasant as well. Eat the lesser frigate bird with the bee-eater, and eat the white-faced heron with the wattled lapwing. And then it's just a matter of what do we do now? So we can either lay more eggs and get 1, 2, 3. We can get 2 more points there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points based on the stuff available here. 6 points is really good. We also can respect that there is 4 points available in the tray or in the round and goal here. We can just take 2 of these here and we get guaranteed 4 points of the round and goal. We can also catch up in nectar, so that's also worth 3 more points, because we get to tighten the gap between the opponent here. So we spend the nectar to reroll the bird feeder. That nectar goes here. We tie up. And then we can pick the stuff that's not nectar. So that's first 3 points, and then 4 points later. So that's also 7, and it's a possible 8th point from the eastern switchel. So this is 7, maybe 8 points. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points. Yes, this is guaranteed 7 points though, and this relies on the opponent not spending nectar in the forest. Opponent doesn't have nectar to spend, so they can't spend nectar in the forest. Except that they can, because they have the gold crest, so they can get nectar and spend the same action. Again, except they can't because they don't have any eggs. So the correct thing is to, even though this is guaranteed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points, the correct thing to do is to spend the nectar here to get 3 points in nectars, get 4 points in second place here, and maybe an 8th point in Eastern Switchel. That feels so weird, but apparently it's the correct thing to do. So we did the math, and this is what we are going to do here. And it was 7 points either way. Could have been 8. Could have been 8. Anyways, let's see how this impacted stuff. Alright, Drayton Adjutant. Let's see what kind of bonus cards the opponent had available. They have different nest types in the wetlands. We get 3 points off that, and yeah, we don't complain. I think there wasn't really that much we could have done differently that would have made huge differences. I guess we could have played the Wattlebird in the wetlands. A big reason to do that is that you have the option to reset the bird tray before you start to draw birds, so you can reset and get predator birds into the tray. But yeah, what do I think of the Wattlebird? I don't really know. It feels really weak. I guess that might be the conclusion here, because it feels weak because you don't always get the egg. It feels okay that you can force the refill of the tray, but you really need something to be behind and also pick it up afterwards for that to be worth anything. Because if you refill the tray and whoa, there's a really good bird there, the opponent has the first chance to pick it up. So yeah, it feels like a high. You know, some things are high ceiling, some things are high floor, and I think this guy is. I think he is having quite a few trap things associated with him, because you can just so very easily open up a really good card for the opponent just because you wanted to see if you could find more predators to maybe get an egg next turn. Yeah. Anyways, I think we piloted this okay. I think the bee eater is okay. We a lot of birds eat worms, so it's really decently easy to find at least one of them in the tray here. And not only are a lot of birds eating worms, quite a few of them are birds you don't really necessarily love to play yourself. Like, I wouldn't mind tucking this guy. I wouldn't mind tucking this guy. I wouldn't mind tucking either of those. So he eats a lot of the birds you don't really need to keep around anyway. I guess he doesn't eat them. I guess he recruits them to his flock because he's not a predator. He is a flocking bird. But yeah, it's an okay card. A little bit expensive to play out of the opening, and he doesn't give you resources, so he's like more of an end game card than an early game card, or he's a mid game card. I guess because you don't want to play in a late game because he's costing too much and gives you too few points. But he's good at filling up your grasslands with stuff that care about being activated and also push to the final column so you can get more resources. Anyways, I hope that this was enjoyable to you guys, and yeah, I hope you enjoy these episodes with Asia. They are a little bit longer than the Oceanian European expansions because I just don't know all of the birds good enough yet. But that will come in time, and I hope that you will join me back then as well. Thanks for watching. This has been Harbinger, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.